Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. So I'm here with a couple more what should be simple ephemera makes. So this is for the How Far Can You Go challenge in the Facebook group, and I'm doing 2 in 1 today. I'm doing this week's prompt, which is a tuck spot, and I'm also going to do next week's prompt, which is belly band. So I'm doing a twofer today, 2 for 1. So we'll start with the tuck spot, and as I say, this is going to be simple and it's been done a million times before, but you know, I just want to show it for those of you who might be new, and yeah, if you just want a simple idea. So my thoughts for this is I'm going to have a fold up writing space, and because we're going to glue it on 2 sides, it's technically a tuck spot even if it looks like a pocket. We'll have that, and then I'm thinking I want to put another tuck spot inside, just for the giggle of it, I suppose. So I've got here, these are some 6x6s from a scrapbooking paper kit. So I'm going to first of all cut them both down to 4.5 inches wide. Do you think I can get away with cutting them both together? Let's have a see, and fingers crossed. So that's 4.5-ish. And we are going to do 4.5 the other way as well. So essentially, rather than 6x6, we've got 4.5 by 4.5. And then what we should find is these cute little tuck spots should fit nicely on my journal page. Okay, so we've got our 2 little 4.5-inch squares. So really simply, we're just going to fold it over and just try and meet it as best you can. It doesn't have to be exact, because anything that doesn't look quite right can just be trimmed off. Because I don't know about you, but I never fold triangles neatly, just never. I always have excess, but that's okay. That doesn't matter for this. And then for this one, I think I'll have it going the other way. So we'll fold it like that. So we've got one for the left and 1 for the right. If I can get my hands to work. Okay. Right, let's score that down. Just grab my bone folder. Give that a nice crisp edge. So I'm sure lots of us have made these tuck spots before, but just in case you haven't. So what you might find is you might have a little bit of an overlap. Mine are not too bad, but me being me, I do want to just give them a little bit of a trim up. So if you find a straight-ish edge, and then I just want to cut a little bit off so that it's all completely straight. Not necessary if you can actually, if you can fold a triangle properly, you'll be fine, and you won't have to do this bit, but for anyone who is like me, you will need to do this bit. So just trim those up, and this one. I'm doing 2 of each today because, as I say, the ideas for these are really simple, so you know, it won't take buckets of time for each one. And then I want to round the corner that you're going to lift up. So I'm going to round this one, and this is for which way round? This one. That's it. So whichever corner we're going to lift up, that's the corner we're rounding. So that's how they're going to be on the page. Simple. And then we lift this up. So what we'll do is we'll glue this triangle on the 2 sides. So these 2 sides. So you've got your tuck spot, and then you'll be able to lift that open, and then you've got this nice little journal spot inside, which I probably will stencil. Just because that is stark white, and I probably want it to be a little bit less white. Okay, and what I am thinking is to have this little torn tuck spot inside. So you won't fit, you know, masses of things in there, but if you imagine, you know, little, it's probably too big, but little like tickets or something would be really cute tucked in there, which as long as it doesn't go over the crease in the middle. And then you've got all this space to write at the top, maybe about what you've got inside there. So if it's tickets, you could write about your day out or something. And then of course the whole thing is a pocket. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for. So with this one, we'll have the tuck spot on this side, of course, and I'm hoping somehow I can use what I've already got. So I'm just going to go ahead and tear this scrap, and then there's not a huge amount of room between here and the line, so I'm just going to tear a little bit more off of the bulk of it. And I think that's probably about right. Obviously I've had to turn the leaves around, but because it's not, you know, it's not really a directional print, I don't think it matters. And then we can round that corner, and then we'll just give it a little bit of an ink. And we want to just glue the two sides. So really it's a tuck spot within a tuck spot with a writing spot. I mean, how many times can you say spot in one sentence? That many times, but I hope you like the idea of it. I know it's probably been done plenty of times before, but I like simple sometimes. You know, whilst giving you all that extra space for different things. So again, you know, we can put some little tickets or something. So I'm just going to see about doing a little bit of stenciling. So grab my T-ring stencil, because I do really like this one for when I'm working with, you know, greens and things. So a little bit there, a little bit of a T-ring here. And then afterwards we will move on to the belly band. So there you are, still plenty of space to write, and then as I say, you can put things in the pockets and in that little tuck spot. Did I mention this is for the Facebook group? It's a challenge that Mandy is running this month, which is all about how far can you go with the ephemera. So you're making a tuck spot, but it's a writing spot, it's a pocket within itself, you know. What can you turn it into beyond just being a tuck spot or a belly band or a tag or whatever the prompt is for the week, you know. So I don't think I want to decorate the outside of these, because that paper, you know, it's got all the different types of plants and it's got their Latin names and scientific names and things, which I think is quite cool. Obviously all of that space to write. Now I was going to put a little something on the tuck spots. Truth be told, I don't think it needs it. You know, I was going to put like a little stamp or a sticker or something, but I don't think it really needs it. So that really is as simple as it comes. So we have a tuck spot with space to write and a tuck spot inside. So I hope you like that idea. As I say, simple, but that's one thing that you can do. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. My dog was howling downstairs. I think he was feeling lonely. So I'm going to work on the belly band prompt next. So the idea is similar to the tuck spot, where I want to have a writing space and an additional pocket, but we're going to do it as a belly band. So I've got an A4 sheet of paper here. This is from, you know, endless supplies of scrapbooking paper that I've got, but it's got some nice, you know, pink roses and things. So I'm going to start by measuring out 6 inches. Unfortunately, my trimmer doesn't go as wide as that. Oops. So, do you think I'm going to see that? Probably not. Let's make it a bit bigger. There we go. All right, keep your eyes on it. So, where is that? Just there. So, cutting it about 6 inches wide. That's it. And then just whatever is left over, I'm going to use that as well. I just want to trim off that pencil mark. Okay, so it's 6 inches wide and the other one is just shy of 6 inches really. So 2 out of a piece of A4 paper or digital or whatever you've got. And then we're just going to score them in half. But just to be sure, I'm going to fold this one because I think this is the one that was just shy of 6, wasn't it? So I don't want to have my maths fail me. So about there. And similar to the last idea, I think this has probably been done, you know, plenty of times before. But that's that. So just crease that down in the middle. So yeah, I didn't really need the scoring board, but that's okay. And we are going to just burnish those down. Like so. And then similar to how we did the tuck spots, I just want to straighten them up a little bit. Okay, so that's those all cut down and ready. So the idea, as you might have guessed, is I want them to fold out for that writing space. And obviously being single-sided paper, this is why I've picked these two, is so that, you know, this is straight away a writing spot. We may as well use it as such. But obviously if you don't have single-sided paper, or if you don't like the white look inside, or the plainness of it, then you could just as easily fill it with some, you know, tea-dyed paper or digitals, scraps of paper, whatever you've got basically. Okay, so we've got our corners rounded just because I like that look on a page. Okay, now, so that gives us the belly band and the writing spot. So just in case you've never come across a belly band, I would glue this top and bottom, and then when that's down on a page, you can fit something behind it like this, okay? And then of course we can open it up for that writing spot, which again, similar to before, I'll probably stencil inside. Okay, so what I also want to do is have a pocket on the front of it. And I've got these little Stamperia cards, which are, you know, almost the size that I need them to be. They just want trimming down ever so slightly. This one may be a little bit more because this one obviously is the narrower one. So I'm just going to trim those down just a smidge, and then we'll be ready for that part. Okay, so I've just done stenciling inside. I used my Flourish stencil just because I wanted to go, you know, all over. And I've got these all cut down and ready now. Okay, so I think for these two, I want them both to be top loading pockets. So I'm just going to eyeball the middle and have the little semicircle flick down my top. That happens to other people, right? Not just me. Okay, so we're going to have that, and then that's going to be, you know, a top loading pocket for us to pop something into. Now the funny thing is, if I hadn't done that divot, you could even make this piece on front a belly band and have something go all the way down if you wanted. But I've cut the divot, so I'm going to go with a pocket. So steady hand, as thin a line as possible, because of course, you know, this is already quite narrow. And, you know, we're not going to fit masses down here, are we? But a little something. And then just want that to be middle-ish. Okay, and then we're going to do the same again. As I say, thin line. This one's slightly wider, but still, it's only about 3 inches wide. So, and just checking, yeah, I want my roses to be, you know, vaguely the right way up. And just pop that down. And there we are, those are the 2 writing spot pocket belly bands. Because we have the cats on the front, I actually don't think they need, you know, embellishing. It's almost like the pocket itself is the embellishment, which is why I kind of liked the idea as well, because I don't have tons of space to embellish absolutely everything. So we have that. Now in terms of what will go inside the pockets, I imagine, I probably don't have anything pre-made, but I was just looking to see if I had, you know, like a thin tag. I just wanted to sort of to see something like that poking out would be fine. Obviously not that exact one, but you know, a thin tag would go in there. And then you've got all of this writing space inside, and then of course the whole piece is a belly band. So that is those. I hope you like the idea of those. And what did I do with them? I put them in here. And then of course we have the 2 tuck spot writing spots with the additional tuck spot inside as well for the corner of the page. So that is those. I'm so sorry about the lighting and the angle of the camera. I am filming this in the evening after work. So I have a feeling the camera might have been a little bit wonky, so I'm so sorry if it is, but I'll get it sorted ready for the next video. But yeah, I hope you like my simple makes. As I say, they are very simple, but I hope you like the idea of them. And as I say, these were for the How Far Can You Go challenge in the Facebook group, which is running for this month, where, yeah, you just sort of, you go with tuck spot and belly band. What else can you add to it? How far can you go with that that piece of ephemera to make it be something else, something bigger, something more to it, adding it in. So that's mine. I hope you've enjoyed seeing those come together. So thanks so much for joining me, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye bye for now.